Hi, I'm Tania and today I'm making an avocado and jalapeno hummus. A lot of people know avocados are good for them, but not a lot of people enjoy an avocado on its own due to its taste. It's very plain, it doesn't taste of much, but it's a great ingredient to be used. So today's dish is really easy. Only a few ingredients and it's just blending. There's no cooking, not much fuss. So for today's ingredients, I'm using 1 avocado, which I've cut already in half, 1 lime, about 2 tablespoons of jalapeños, but it's preference because they're quite hot and spicy, and 1 tin of butter beans. The tin is 400 grams, and a handful, and again is preference, of spinach or something equivalent to the spinach, tahini, and olive oil and salt for seasoning. Today I'm using my new kitchen gadget. I've used a few times, really like it. It's the KitchenAid. It's I think it's 2.2 or 2.1 litre. The KitchenAid is not an ad or gifted. This is just my new product I'm using. So first of all, it has a medium size grater. That's just a spacer. And then it has a Juliet slicer. They're very, very sharp. This, I'm not sure what you call it, but it's for making bread, for dough. And then last but least, it comes with a very, very sharp implementation, which we're going to use today. And it's really easy to clean, which is the main thing. So let's begin. So I've cut the avocado in half already, taken the stone out, scooping the avocado out straight into my food processor. Pino. So I'm using 400 grams of butter beans today, but you can use chickpeas if that's what you've got. This is a good way of adding protein and fibre into your daily routine. I'm using extra virgin olive oil. That's the extra virgin is the first press of the oil, of the olives. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of tahini. You can get tahini light or the full fat one. 2 tablespoons. So I'm just giving you this as a basic ingredients. But you can, when everything is blended, you can taste and add. So now I'm adding a handful, and that's subjective, spinach. You could use watercress perhaps. You could add some herbs like coriander as well. The recipe that I'm using, so for those who've been watching me for quite a while on my videos, I usually sometimes do things with a twist, because I usually don't always have the entire ingredients in the house, or I can't get it from the supermarket. So I'm just squeezing. In fact, what I might do, I'm going to use my juicer, my squeeze. I'm not quite sure what this is called actually. It's easier than having to squeeze by hand. So this is a juice of 1 lime. Now the recipe says 2 limes. I only have 1 lime, but just in case, you can buy bottles of lime juice. which stay quite long, shelf life in the fridge. So I might be having to use this. And then it says to season. Now, I'm going to use Himalayan salt. It doesn't matter what salt you have, but I would use rock salt. I don't use a lot of salt in my cooking. And normally, I love using cracked pepper. But I've just run out of it. So we have everything in now. So we'll come down here, switch on, and let's blend. Let's open up now. Look, it's a beautiful colour of a lime green. And I'm now going to take this blade out. It is extremely sharp. And I do have a tendency, to cut myself. So it feels a nice consistency. You could always add a splash of water to loosen it up. I like so I compare this to a guacamole. But the recipe says it's an avocado and jalapeno hummus. And this is the texture you're looking for, smooth and creamy. And easy to spread. Now I'm going to plate out into a bowl. So this just clicks out into this bowl. This actually makes 4 portions when you start using it as a dip. This is great to be as a topping on top of sourdough. So tomorrow, if I have any leftover, which I think I will, I'll have it on sourdough with a few cherry, tomatoes, a bit of feta cheese, a few sprinkles of grains and nuts will be really nice. It's really, really just perfect for me. Really lovely, creamy. It's also got a bit of a kick from the jalapenos. But if you really want extra, you can put some chili flakes in or extra jalapeno. Add a bit of sourdough that's slightly toasted. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, drizzle over my sourdough. So now everything's been served on the sourdough. It really works well as a light lunch, as a side dish. This is a really nice way of adding healthy fats, fibre and a little bit of protein to your daily diet. No fuss, easy, no actual cooking. All you need is a blender. Hi, I've come back a few hours later. It's early evening and I've just been to my Pilates class. I'm now going to be making my evening meal, which is going to be carrot with tomato, peppers, ginger, onion, vegetable stock and carrots. That's it, carrots and butter beans. So that's the evening meal, and that's going to be soup, pureed. It's going to be sautéed. It's going to be simmered for about half an hour, 20 to half an hour, and then pureed. Served with croutons, homemade croutons from my own sourdough bread, and then drizzled with a bit of olive oil and perhaps a bit of coriander and shavings of parmesan. But I wanted to end the video just to say, for those people who don't know anything about me much, is that I'm a nutrition and health coach. So what is a health coach? I help people who need help with understanding pre-diabetes. They need help with their diet and lifestyle. People who are GLP-1s, who are on or wanting to come off. better sleep, improve the fatigue, have more energy, perhaps people have IBS. There's a multitude of reasons why a person would come to a person like me. I help people with the practical nutrition, the basics, lifestyle, and also behaviour change coaching is a big factor of what I do. I help people navigate their challenges, and I am a big believer in long-term sustainable habit changing. To get to your goal, it's slow, methodical. Sometimes you have relapses, but get you back on track. And you'll see the changes over the coming months. So that is what I do in a nutshell. So if you would like to know more about me, what I do, my background, the programs that I have, each person I work with it's bespoke because everybody's different. Pop over to my website, www.Nourish with Tania. So please subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video.